Hey, what's up guys, it's Dan here. So what I wanted to go over really quick was since I own both the S550 Mustang and then the 6th Gen Camaro, a couple guys have asked me a few questions regarding which one I like better, why I switched to the Camaro. So I just wanted to make a quick video just to go over a couple things. It's obviously not an apples to apples comparison because I had a base model Paxton supercharged S550 Mustang GT, and then this is, you know, obviously a 6th Gen 1LE package. So both cars obviously had way different suspension setups. So I won't really go too far into that. What I'm going to go over is basic drivability of the car, what you can expect, difference between stock engines, both of them, and then gearbox. So that's pretty much what I'm going to go over. I'll go ahead and get started with the engine, stock engine for both cars. The 6th Gen Camaro comes with the LT1 6.2 liter, I think it's 455 horse, 455 torque. The Mustang comes with the Coyote 5.0, I believe it was 435 horsepower, 400 torque. Both are completely different. Alright, so like I said, the Camaro has the LT1 6.2 liter V8. It's overhead valve motor. It delivers power way different than the Coyote does. So with this 6.2 liter, the power hits it hits right away. Once you start laying into the gas, you feel the torque right away. You can easily drive around in third gear all day. You don't really have to wait for the power to build as much as the 5.0 Coyote motor. The other thing that's pretty cool about this, about the Camaro platform, I haven't really worked on it yet, but as you can see, there is a lot of room. Okay, there's a lot of room in the front. There's a pretty decent amount of room over here on the sides. Whereas on the Coyote, that thing is stuffed into the Mustang so tight. I did headers on a Mustang twice, and it was not fun by any means. All right, so what you can expect as far as power delivery, if you don't know, with the Camaro, you're gonna really feel the power down low. You don't really have to wait for the RPM to climb up over 4,000 or 5,000 RPM. Power's gonna be there down low. It's got a lot more low-end torque than the Coyote 5.0. However, the power delivery from the Coyote, from my experience with the Mustang, is you feel it really build, especially when you get up over 5,000 RPM. It doesn't really hit as hard down low as this car. So, I mean, some people like to feel the power build through the RPM more. Some people like to feel it right away down low. And that's really the difference you're going to feel between the Mustang and the Camaro. Which one I prefer? I mean, I kind of prefer a little of both. I actually like the Coyote, the way it built power, especially with the Paxton. If you plan to go forced induction, the Coyote is a great platform. Not to say that this motor isn't. I haven't really had too much experience with it, aside from what I read. So that's just my opinion solely there. But stock for stock, that's basically the difference between the two. Camaro, you're going to feel it down low, you're going to feel it right away. Mustang, you're going to feel it, but it's going to be as the RPM builds and gets up past, you know, 4,500 to 5,000 RPM, from 5,000 on to 7,000, 7,200, whatever it is. You know, that's really when that car comes alive. So that's what you can expect as far as the engine power and performance is concerned. One thing that I'll point out, I don't know if all the Camaros come with it, but they come with hood struts, whereas on the Mustang, you had to buy them. I didn't. My Fox Body's got them, and they're a lifesaver. Like I said, I'm not comparing apples to apples, so you know, that just one thing that I want to point out though is it does have hood struts, and it's a small victory right there. All right, so next thing I'll go over with the car as far as driving. I had the 6-speed manual in the Mustang, and I also got the 6-speed manual for the Camaro. As far as transmissions, I honestly, I know a lot of guys don't like the MT82. I didn't really have any issues with it, and you know, it treated me pretty well. This transmission, honestly, it feels pretty similar to the MT82. I have to get used to it. The clutch is super light. I think it's probably a little bit lighter than the stock Mustang clutch pedal. Mine, I switched it to an RXT once I did the Paxton, and the pedal was pretty easy to press in still. It caught a little higher at the top, I feel. This pedal catches really low. However, it's not like the old days where you have to squat 300, 400 pounds just to even, you know, daily drive one of those cable clutches or whatever. The clutch is very smooth. It honestly is really easy to drive. This car is super easy to drive, and so is the Mustang. So as far as drivability for the manual transmission, To be honest, they're both on par. They're both the same. I think it's just learning the way both of them operate. But to be honest, I wouldn't say that one's better than the other. There's not really too much of a difference. I would say maybe driving this one, I believe this car has 373s. My Mustang had 331s. However, they drive very similar. This feels like it has really tall gears. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Camaro 1LE has 373s from what I read. I haven't checked the code on the door or anything like that yet. So if I'm wrong, you know, just shoot me a comment below and let me know. No big deal. But again, nothing really too different with the transmission. Like really nice to drive. Yeah, you're not gonna really have nothing major different between the two. The only thing different actually that I'll say, reverse on this one is all the way to the right and up, and on the Mustang you obviously have that, you know, lever where you pull it up and put it into reverse that way. Backup camera is the same. My Mustang backup camera, if it was too hot out, it wouldn't work. Haven't had that problem with this one yet, but it's only got 200 miles on it, so who knows. All right, from the transmission, I'll go ahead and just go over some other typical things with the interior. The interior on this Camaro, you feel like you're more in a cockpit as opposed to the Mustang. The Mustang felt like you had more space on the interior. The visibility in this car is horrible. To me, it's not a huge deal, but it is very poor compared to the Mustang. I felt like the Mustang, you know, I had great visibility out of it. I had no issues with it. This car, I mean, when you're backing up, or when I'm backing up, I really have to rely on the backup camera because I can't see anything at the rear window. I mean, I think that's an obvious thing out there. Everyone pretty much has put it out. The Camaro, terrible visibility. The Mustang, you know, great visibility. It had more of a spacious interior. But that being said, I really like the setup of the Camaro's interior better. The entertainment system, my Mustang, like I said, the base model, I didn't have the entertainment system, so I won't really compare the two because it's not apples to apples. But as far as maybe the vent setup, the Mustang had the 3 vents up here, whereas the Camaro has, let me see if I can get you a good, okay, so if you can see, these vents are down here. I actually think they're pretty cool. They're also, the vents, you know, they twist to control temperature up, temperature down, and fan higher, faster and lower. And the parking brake, I like the parking brake design that Chevy's got, or I don't know if it's just Camaro, Corvette, if there's other cars that have it, but having it on this button instead of the big lever that pulls up, you know, I think it's 2017. I think we've moved past that giant, you know, lever cable brake system. You know, they can start incorporating some stuff like this, which I think is really cool. And again, the Mustangs wasn't terrible. There's just a little bit different, the difference between the two. I prefer the Camaro, having, you know, experienced both of them now. But yeah, I won't knock both. I mean, the Mustang has come a very long way with the interior of their cars, to be honest. All right, after that, so as far as stock features of the car, stock exhaust, the Mustang was very quiet at first, or when I first bought it, stock. And I don't think I have any stock exhaust videos because it really wasn't anything impressive, so I apologize for that. However, this has the I think they call it the MPP exhaust. It's got the active exhaust where you can turn it from stealth to you know, track mode. There is a clip of it in the video before, but I mean, I'll just go ahead and start it again for you so you guys can hear it anyway. Alright, so another feature that the Mustang and the Camaro have that differs, just a basic everyday feature. Mustang, you could walk right up to it. If you had the key in your pocket, you could just walk up, stick your hand in, and it would open. That's not the case on this one, which they have this little button here, and then the Mustang had that little touch point up here to where you could just touch it, which kind of got me some weird looks when people would see me kind of like touch the car and walked away. They thought I had this like weird relationship thing going on where I was like, you know, oh, see you later, baby. But obviously that wasn't the case. And so this one here, it's got the button. You know, I think a lot of cars have it. Actually, you just hit the button and it opens. All right, so I know this isn't, you know, you don't really buy a Mustang or Camaro for trunk space. The Camaro has, if I can find the button, decent amount of trunk space. However, that trunk hole is incredibly tiny. So yeah, I mean, it's got a ton of room. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. as long as you can kind of get it in the hole there. Then as far as what the 1LE comes with for tire kit and whatnot, this one, it's got the electronic limited slip differential. So what I noticed it had, which I actually thought could come in handy hopefully a long time from now, is it's got the tow hook. When my Mustang broke the axle, I was kind of stranded, and when the guy who actually hooked me up to tow it brought it, we were kind of like, well, where the hell do we hook this thing up? None of us are tow truck operators, or we didn't want to tear something up. We eventually we threw like a strap around the, I don't know, lower control arm or something, and just pulled it right up onto the trailer. But this is kind of nice. I found the hole up in the front grille, so if it ever does break to the point where I do need to have it towed, I can just screw that in, and then we can get on our way. Now, I don't know if this is 1LE specific. Maybe one of the experts out there can let us know. But again, that's something different between the Mustang and the Camaro. All right, well, that's pretty much it for the like I said, this is just not a professional comparison. This is just like a daily driver's comparison between the Camaro and the Mustang. So I hope you guys like it. If you like the videos, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and go ahead and leave some comments. See what let me know what you want to see done to this thing. I'm new to the GM world, the Camaro world especially, so if you guys have any advice too of what's out there and whatnot, definitely drop a comment and let me know. Take care, guys. Have a good one.